Okay, so let's go over the bell work that you just submitted. Which two ordered pairs are on the line 4x plus 2y equals 6? Well, to be on this line, this is what form? Standard form. To be on this line, when you input these x and y values, it must be true. So let's start with A. 4 times, what is our x value? -2. Plus 2 times, what is our y value? -1 equals 6. 4 times -2 is -8. Plus 2 times -1 is -2. -8 and -2 is -10. Is that equal to 6? No. So it is not true. It is not one of our answers. Let's try the next one. 4 times 1 plus 2 times 5 has got to equal 6. 4 plus 10, 14 equals 6. Is that true? No. So it's not one of our answers. Let's try this one. 4 times 0 plus 2 times 3 is equal to 6. 0 plus 6 equals 6. That is true. So C is one of our answers. We have two answers that are true. So let's look at the next one. 4 times 2 plus 2 times -1 equals 6. 8 plus -2 equals 6. 6 equals 6. That's true. So this is one of our answers. So all it is taking the ordered pair, which means when this is x, when we input this in, we will get this out. Okay? Let's go over your homework. So on number 1, you had 2, 7, and 0, 1. Find the slope. Once you get the slope, you put in an ordered pair, and you got your B. This should have been your answer. If you have any questions, if you would send me a message, I can send you a video on how you work that specific one. On this one, you had 1, 3 as a point and a slope of -4. So we put the -4 in. Then we substituted 1 and 3 in for x and y, and we got 7. 2 and 6, -2 and 4, the slope was 1/2. We substituted a point in, and we got 5 as the y-intercept. 4, 3, and 8, 1, -1/2 was our slope. We substituted it in and got 5 is the y-intercept. Find the equation of a line that has an x-intercept of 3 and a y-intercept of 2. So you had to know that the x-intercept is when our y is 0. We talked about this on Thursday. Our y-intercept is when our x is 0. So if the x-intercept is 3, the ordered pair is 3, 0. And if the y-intercept is 2, the ordered pair is 0, 2. So when you find the slope of that, you get -2/3. You plug in a point, or you already know your y-intercept is 2, so there's your equation. So linear function word problems. Slope-intercept form from two ordered pairs. Two ordered pairs can be found if a graph or a table is given. So sometimes in the word problems, they'll give you a graph or a table, and you'll have to pick out the two ordered pairs. The time will always be your x. So time is always going to be the x. If there's not a total given, then y equals a total, and the equation will be in slope-intercept form. If the equation says something in terms of something else, then it's the same as saying y in terms of x. So this is something that you will see, especially on those standardized tests. So highlight that so you can refer back to it. Steps to be successful when you're using word problems. What do you not know, or what are you looking for? You have to take the moment to actually think about, what do I want? What is my goal from this problem? Assign variables to what you don't know or what you're looking for. Write it down. I want you to be specific. This is going to be part of your homework. You need to be able to write it down. Okay? Identify other information or numbers in the problem. See the quantities and their relationship instead of just seeing numbers. Okay, we talked about their relationship. So let's look at this problem. At the fair, you can buy 2 tickets for $5 or 5 tickets for $10. Write a linear function to represent how much X number of tickets cost. See if you can take a moment and solve this. So you took some time to think about it. Let's think about trying to find 2 ordered pairs. You can buy 2 tickets for $5 or 5 tickets for $10. Okay, so if we want to write this in ordered pairs, tickets are going to be my X. My Y is going to be the total cost. So if I buy 2 tickets, my cost is $5. And if I buy 5 tickets, my cost is $10. Now that I have 2 ordered pairs, I can find this problem. I can solve this problem. So 1, I want to find the slope. 10 minus 5 over 5 minus 2 is 5 over 3. So y equals 5/3 x plus b. Now I'm just going to put in one of my ordered pairs. I'm going to use the 10 and the 5. So my y is 10 when my x is 5. Again, how do we use fractions in our calculator? 10 minus alpha y equals that numerator denominator for number 1, 25 over 3, 5/3. So if I want to write a linear function to represent the number of tickets cost, I put in my slope and my b. So there's my answer. Let's do another one. Oh, here's the taxi problem. To take a taxi in downtown St. Louis, it would cost you $3 to go 1 mile. So if I have markers or highlighters, I'm going to highlight that. $3 to go 1 mile. And after 6 miles, it will cost $5.25. The cost varies linearly, which means it's a linear equation with the distance traveled. Write the particular equation expressing the cost in terms of miles traveled. Now let's look back our notes. When it wants cost C in terms of D, in our notes we put in terms of something else, it's Y in terms of X. So Y in terms of X. Y is our cost. X is going to be miles. Y in terms of X. C in terms of D. Okay, so when you go 1 mile, the cost is $3. Okay, when you go 6 miles, the cost is $5.25. So now that I have that, I can determine an equation to express the cost. I've got to find first the slope. So 3 minus 1 over 5.25 minus, hold on, I did that wrong, sorry. 5.25 minus 3 over 6 minus 1. .25 over 5. Okay, so when I put that in my calculator, I got 2.25 divided by 5. I got 0.45. I could leave it like that, but in algebra we like to have fractions. So I did math, enter, enter. And I got 9/20. So y is equal 9/20 x plus b. So now I can take one of these ordered pair and plug it in. So when my x is 1, my y is 3. So again, 3 minus alpha y equals gives us our fraction, 9/20 gives us 51/20. If we want that as a fraction, as a decimal, I'm going to go to 2. So I hit math and then 2. 255. So our constant is $2.55. So y is equal to, the 9/20 was actually 45 cents per mile plus $2.55. There's your equation. Now let's do it in terms of how they want it written. Our y is c. C is equal to 0.45 d plus 2.55. Okay? So let's break it down. To take a taxi in downtown St. Louis, it's going to cost you $3 to go a mile. After 6 miles, it will cost you $5.25. The cost varies linearly. We talked about that with the distance traveled. How much it will cost you to travel 10 miles in the taxi. So we've already got our equation. I'm just going to transfer it. It's C is equal to 0.45 D plus 2.55. So if we want to go 10 miles, that's our distance. Miles is distance. So we just punch that in our calculator. And our total cost would be $7.05. How many miles can you travel if you only have $21? That means our total cost cannot exceed $21. So you're solving for D. You can go 41 miles.